The strange story of Hitler's Arab and black soldiers begins not in Europe but in Iraq in April 1941, when some pro-German Iraqi officers overthrew the pro-British royal regime. Hoping to foment a wider revolt against the British in Iraq, the new government invited German and Italian forces into the country, particularly German Luftwaffe aircraft. The British could not permit such a threat to develop in Iraq. The go-between helping the rebels was the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Amin al-Husseini, who had been on the run from the British for years. The Grand Mufti was the Sunni Muslim cleric in charge of Jerusalem's Islamic holy places, and a very important figure among Arab nationalists. In May 1941, the British invaded Iraq and defeated the rebels. The Grand Mufti and many Arab sympathizers managed to reach Europe. In Greece, the Germans started to raise German Arab units. One of these, Sonderverband 287, was broadly named the Free Arabian Legion and made up of Iraqi and Syrian Muslims who hated the British and French, as well as former prisoners of war, including black Africans from French colonies. They joined for a variety of reasons. Some were nationalists, some just wanted a job and regular pay, and some bought into the Nazis' anti-Semitism. You would have thought the Germans would have difficulties in recruiting such soldiers, as they classified these troops as Untermenschen or subhumans, as is shown by the racist commentary in this World War II German newsreel.
Noch erklärte Chamberlain einem Amerikaner gegenüber, dass England und seine Verbündeten sich als Treuhänder der Zivilisation im Kampfe gegen mittelalterliche Barbarei fühlten. Das sind also die Treuhänder der Kultur.
But the Germans needed anyone who would fight, and the race issue was quietly ignored, though attached German officers did not rate the Free Arabian Legion as much of a fighting force. It wasn't really trusted and was mostly used to fight partisans and guard rear areas. The unit's 3rd Battalion took part in the German offensive into the Caucasus in the Soviet Union in September 1942. It was planned that they would enter Iraq as the Wehrmacht advanced. That never happened, and the battalion went instead to Tunisia, where it successfully recruited more Arabs to a reserve guard battalion. However, the entire force was captured when the Axis surrendered in North Africa in May 1943. Some Arab volunteers and French Muslims were formed into German Arab Battalion 845 in mid-1943. Sent to Greece, the battalion combated Greek partisans. In October 1944, it was sent to Yugoslavia and strengthened by another battalion of Arab volunteers in early 1945. It ended the war near Zagreb. The 1st and 2nd Battalions of the Free Arabian Legion were used to replace combat losses. In June 1944, they became Grenadier Regiment 92 and also fought partisans in Yugoslavia. In May 1945, they disappeared into the chaos of Austria as the German army fell apart. However, this is not the end of the story of Muslim involvement with Germany's World War II armed forces. Heinrich Himmler, Reichsführer SS, always keen to expand his SS, would seek to recruit European Muslims from Yugoslavia into his forces. But the story of the Muslim SS is for another time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and also help support my channel at PayPal and Patreon. Details in the description box.